we need to talk about these friggin' specters. Now, before I even go into it, as an example, I have the perfect turtle, which has a determination aura, and if you look, I have 5,000 armor. Now, my turtle in my hideout is stuck on a ledge over here, so I am out of range of it. Watch my armor at 5,000 when I step in range of this damn turtle. 17,317. It caps my fizz damage reduction. That is how ridiculous some of these specters' auras and even their damage is. Now, kind of a summary of what this is and how I am doing it. I have a link with Ray Spectre connected to Meat Shield support, which is going to make them a little bit more tankier. They have a chance to taunt, increase movement speed, increase damage with hits and ailments to enemies that are near you. And I also have the minion life support to make them even tankier. Now, the corpses you are using for these are from the League mechanic. Just the TLDR on the League mechanic, when you go into every area, as long as it's a high enough level, you can't be level 100 going into a level 20 zone. It won't appear, except for one spot on the map, it seems, which is Act 10, Desecrated Chambers. There will always be one there, it seems, unless they hotfix the level cap thing. But you go into the forest, and you just want to find a trail of wisps, like this purple trail, and you want to follow it until you find something interesting. That is basically the strategy. Now, the purple guy is the Breaker of Oaths. That is incredibly lucky that on my first try I found him for the sake of this video. But when you go to him, he is going to purchase, or he's going to sell these corpses, and this is the imperfect turtle. The turtle I have is the perfect turtle. It will say, along with the buff's owner, it'll say under it, cast the determination aura. Imperfect, frozen cannibal, dark marionette. These all do some really cool things. You buy these, and then when they're in your inventory, you just right click on them. It'll put that corpse on the ground. You can raise Spectre, and you get that Spectre. Now, granted, I am SRS. My passive tree is very focused on minions, and I have things that are giving them minion speed and minion life. So if you're thinking I'm not a minion build, there's no point in me using these, they're just going to die, I do not think that is the case. The tankiness of my Spectres is overkill. I haven't done any uber bosses with them, but the only time I've seen them die is one time, and that was with an overtuned, empowered expedition encounter that was just so over the top that eventually, like, one of them died. And that is it. So I'm willing to bet, even no matter what, class you are, specifically, if you just put a Ray Spectre with a meat shield and a minion life support at a decent level, you can put them in your weapon swap and just put a Ray Spectre in there for a while, get the level up gem. You can trade for the gems that are higher level. They aren't going to be too crazy expensive. I think they are going to be just as tanky. Now, for the sake of time, and me not putting out this video in like 3 days from now, where the YouTube is probably going to be flooded, if it isn't already, with how overpowered these are, I think it's better just to do the video now and say I would give it a shot. I can almost guarantee very highly that they will be tanky enough to survive, even if you are not a melee build. Also, the aura, the ones that cast auras, the perfect ones that have auras, seems to scale off the level of the Raise Spectre. If I had to guess, this is around a 24 to 26 level determination aura given by this turtle. I think that is just the way it works, is it is completely off of the Raise Spectre level of the gem. Now, I am also using the warrior. I think it's the perfect forest warrior. We're going to go over those in a second. The budget ones and the more expensive ones that I can't even afford yet. Like a loser, I spent it upgrading my gear instead of getting cool ass Specters, and I'm regretting it. But there are some cheaper ones, especially the warrior that we'll go over. He gives your allies and everyone close to him onslaught. So it is a free onslaught. So I'm getting a free determination aura and a free onslaught with these two, because with the Ray Spectre gem, you can raise 2 specters. Now, these specters are tradable. You can just trade for them, the corpses that you drop on the ground. And since they were data mined, we can look at all of them, as well as all of the ones that I am interested in. I have looked are on the trade, and their prices vary greatly, mostly because some are more common than others, and some only drop from the level 81 plus areas, which will obviously they will go down in price as people are getting more deeper into the league and starting to run tier 14 plus maps, so they can encounter some of these. So what are some of the ones that I have been using? Like I said, a great one people can try is the warrior that gives you onslaught, mostly because it is both the perfect forest warrior. It has to be the perfect version. You want this one obviously because onslaught's going to give attack speed, cast speed, and run speed, which helps a ton. And this one, the perfect forest warrior, as of last night, I haven't looked again, but I imagine it is very cheap, 3 or 4 chaos, and I think even with the links it will stay alive, and it helps immensely to have onslaught. Not to mention he has culling strike, which means if you get an enemy or a boss down to 10% HP and he just taps him, he will automatically kill them in that one hit. So it is incredibly powerful. Now, another one that is really great for leveling, I'm assuming you can throw this in pretty early, is the one that gives the Wrath aura, the Spirit of Fortune. I have not looked up the price of this one. This might be a twinked one where you can only afford this if you've already gone through the game, got some currency, and then you can use this at a later character level. Perfect Spirit of Fortune. Let's see what this is. Okay, this one is cheap too, and that Wrath aura is going to give you a shit ton of flat lightning damage. This is probably going to be the new meta. I am definitely, for my next character, doing the unhollowed palm technique, small cluster jewel with the smite move, and I am going to absolutely decimate through the campaign, and it is going to be hilarious, and I cannot wait. It looks like these vary greatly. These 3 and 4s look like they've been on here for a while. They probably won't answer, but not crazy expensive. 10, 15 chaos looks I can get it for. These prices are only going to go down as more people become higher level and start running the league mechanic more. Now, the turtle I am using was cheap, and it seems that the word is getting out at how good it is, because last night before I went to bed, I looked at the prices and it was a little bit higher. Let's see what it is now. Yeah, about 27, 28 chaos. So not awful. Last night it was about 35 chaos. So going down a little bit. Looks like people are finding them like crazy, and people are using them because, these are incredibly recent trades. So people are buying these up very quickly because they are seeing how insanely good some of these are. Now, another one for you rich boys over there. I am saving up for this mostly because I like to run Sanctum a lot, and this is going to help immensely in that, but it is expensive, and that is the perfect forest tiger. This has gone down. This was 4 to 5 last night, so that is good. It is still very expensive. This gives you haste. This is very good for my SRS build, but a free haste aura is just generally good on everyone. You get increased attack damage per evasion rating, which, I don't even need to tell you how incredibly strong that gets. Not to mention, if you are an attack-based build, you can get Grace. There's one that gives Grace armor, and I just sold one for 50 chaos, so I don't need to look that up. I found one that is going to give you evasion rating, and those two together are going to be an insane free combo for a couple links, and it's going to fill up some aura slots. You're going to be able to put other auras. The builds that are going to come out of this are going to be absolutely ridiculous. Another one is the Perfect Warlord, and this is another expensive one, and that is because he gives the Vitality aura. This person probably won't answer. It looks like this is now more expensive than the Forest Tiger. But again, with how strong these auras are, especially once you get Raised Spectre closer to max level, it is going to be invaluable. It's just going to be crazy. And shares endurance, uses Immortal Call and Enduring Cry, and shares endurance charges with allies. It's just nuts. Now, the main question is, will this get hot fixed or nerfed? And I can see them nerfing these auras by quite a bit, but I'm not sure if they will. This isn't a hard thing to test, so they knew what they were doing when they put these in there. This isn't like some mirror level item. People are finding them. Maybe not so much the Warlord. It looks like this one might be really hard to find a perfect version of. Well, actually, no. Maybe looking at the timestamps, it looks like they're so damn popular that they are just getting scooped up very, very quickly. So I take that back. Maybe they aren't as rare. They're just that sought after. But anyways, will they nerf it? I hope not. And I would give it about a 50-50 shot. Even if they nerf it, but they keep the auras, which I'm sure they will. These would be very not great if they take away the auras of these skills of these minions. I hope they don't. I hope they have kind of the, you know, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but kind of like what Blizzard and Diablo 4 did with the Lightning Orb Sorceress. People found a bug. It made them incredibly powerful. I made one. It made the game incredibly fun. It was probably the only reason I played through most of the league on the last league is because Lightning Orb Source was so broken. And they came out and they said, nope, we're not. You guys are safe if you're having fun with it. Don't think we're about to brick your character. Go have fun, you know, and I think that's the perfect way to do it because I am having an absolute blast playing with these Spectres and just running the league mechanic and hoping I get the Oathbreaker for the sole reason of just seeing what else I can play with. Now, it stinks that it's hard to play with them now because I have a turtle that's around, you know, 25 to 30 chaos, and I don't want to override him because once you raise a Spectre, it's going to override, you know, one of the ones that you use. I'm assuming it's the first one you did. So if you put Corpse A down, raised it, and then Corpse B down and raised it, the next one you raise will replace Corpse A. I'm assuming that is how it works. And I don't remember which one I put my turtle on. And I like Onslaught anyway. I like this combo. The only thing I'll have to do is I will probably replace the turtle because I'm relatively tanky enough now that I'm built to a point where I can probably lose Determination and still feel perfectly fine. And I want the haste movement speed aura as well as the attack speed for my Summon Raging Spirits minions. But yeah, guys, short video. Go have fun while this is still in the game, and I'm assuming it will be in some way, shape, or form. Go if you're nervous about not being a minion build and trying this out and putting a link in your gear for this, you can always stick to the cheap ones like the Forest Warrior for Onslaught, or even the ones that don't have auras. Some of them do some really cool things. You can go to the POE DB, if I can find my window, and just search for it. It's pretty easy to find. I will put a link in the description, but you just go to POE DB, click on Affliction. You can go to Affliction items, and they are all under Affliction items right here, and you can look for them. Even the non-perfect versions and things are still pretty good. Like even the turtle, not perfect. It's going to give you the Rangurukai's boon. I have no idea what that does. I probably should have done that before I started the video, but you can Google that. But it gives 5% physical damage reduction, which is nothing to sneeze at. And I'm assuming the non-perfect versions of these people are incredibly cheap. Yeah. Get them for a chaos, you can get them for an alk. So things like that. It's just so much fun to play with. I want to put this video out there for people so they can see, you know, so they have time to just try it out and have some fun with it because I am absolutely loving it. So yeah, guys, kind of a short video. Go out there, try it. I want to play around with the Hydra because I am a minion build, so he will probably do a lot of damage. He was also the one they kind of showcased in the trailer for this league mechanic, where they showed him, you know, using his moves and his normal move set. You can see them all right here anyway. Hail of arrows, forking arrow, and all that stuff. lots to play around with. But that's going to be it, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have been messing around with these. If you're having fun with them, let me know if you tried them at a very low level, like as soon as you can get raised Spectre, or a little after, like level 20 or level 30-ish, and tell me, did they stay alive? I am pretty damn sure that they do, and even, you know, it's a very cheap thing to test. I've been so focused on just getting ahead on the league so I can start making more of these content videos, because there's not really a point to making certain videos like farming videos and video, you know, farming guides and all that, you know, if I don't have the points to spend in the Atlas, and I'm behind everyone else. But go get followed on twitch.tv/SafeOnTalk. I'm streaming there all week, and all probably next week and all the week after. So solid chance when you're watching this, I will be on. Come hang out with us. A lot of cool people there, and we will catch you guys on the next one.